Hello and welcome to Butterfly Sage. Today is Fantastic Friday. It's our second one, yay! So today is going to be a fashion episode and I'm going to try on a few items from, I guess, Temu is how you say it instead of Temu. And that way you will know if those items work for someone who is plus size petite. A couple different fall sweaters. So let's try on these sweaters and see if they work. So this one works. It definitely accentuates the white part up here, accentuates the bust. If you're bigger bosomed, you may not want to accentuate that, but size wise it fits, and you know, it would probably look better with not this skirt. Let me go get some jeans on. Okay, so these jeans probably look much better with it than that rainbow striped skirt. Anyways, so actually I'm surprised how much I like this sweater. It's very comfy, it's very warm, it's not so thick though that it's gonna like accentuate the weight wise, because I know personally, I think most plus size petites are probably like that the thicker sweaters, the very thick ones, don't look that great on us. This is thick enough to be warm, but not so thick that it accentuates extra weight. The only place it accentuates is right here. So if you've got a smaller bosom, this might be the perfect sweater for you. Anyway, I like it. It's not as dark of a brown as I had hoped for. I personally am when it comes to the color season wheel, I am a winter when it comes to skin tone. So this is not the best brown tone on me. It's darker in person than it looks in the camera, but it's not as dark as I would like it. I think the next sweater is going to be as dark as I like it. So let's try on the next sweater. Okay, so this one, it's weird with the sweater sometimes on Temu. It's the same thickness. I'm not sure it's as warm, and it's definitely not as cozy. Like this one here, I'm gonna hold them up both together so you can see the difference in them. They're pretty similar. This one's got white around the, I'm not sure what we call this, not crew neck, but anyway, it's got this design around here with the white. The inside of the sweater is much more soft and cozy on this one, but you can see the different colors of brown. This first brown is much lighter, it's a coffee color, whereas this one is kind of more chocolate. They're both darker in person than they are on the camera, but still this one is not as dark as I wish. However, feel and comfort wise, this one wins hands down. And this one with the face pumpkins, it does accentuate the bosom area as well, which I figured it would because it's got that ring around the chest just like this one. But that's, I think, if you were a taller person, this is where the short petiteness comes in. If you were a taller person, I don't think that would be as quite of an issue on you because you're taller. So it's gonna be like, the ring's not gonna be directly around your chest, it's gonna sit higher up, so that might not be an issue. But I am pretty short, especially the torso. I have like zero torso, and so if you are taller, this might not go, the sweater might not go down on you as far as it is on myself. So it may be a little too short unless you like the crew tops. I don't like those. So this is like the perfect length that I like it. So if you are a plus size petite like myself, the length of it's perfect. And the sleeves are not too long. If you are a taller person, the sleeves might be short on you because it's like maybe an inch too long on me, which is perfect. I like them slightly long, but a lot of times long sleeves in regular sizes go way too far on me, but this sweater is not too far. Same with this one. Both of these sweaters are a size 2XL, and I'm not going to say my measurements on camera, but I will put them down in the description. So for those of you who seriously want to know if it's going to work on you and fit you. But so that is the pumpkin sweater try on. Here's a button-up shirt. It says it's royal blue. To me, it looks like a lighter navy blue because royal blue is bright to me and it's not bright in the slightest. So it looks just like a lighter navy. It's once again a size 2X, and depending on how picky you are with your fit, this is probably not going to fit the best because we are petites after all. Even though we're heavy, we're narrow this way. So it's a little big underneath in the shoulders, in the armpits, I mean. It's a little big there, and that's pretty average when you buy a regular size clothes instead of petite size clothes. It does have long sleeve with a button if you want to keep them buttoned and long, but honestly, this is way too long for me. So I'm going to just roll them up. I don't hate it enough to send it back, but I probably wouldn't buy this in a different color. These sweaters I liked enough to buy again. Surprised me because normally the sweaters at Temu are not that great, but these are excellent. So, and it's not giving the fitted feel that I would like. But I do tend to like my clothes a little oversized, and this is definitely oversized, so it's definitely comfy. I also tend to not like to tuck my stuff in either, but let's tuck it in just to see, so you can see what it's gonna look like tucked in. I don't tend to tuck my stuff in because I am an apple shaped. I always have been, even when I was thin. It's not just because I am older and past menopause. I've always been apple shaped from the very beginning. Top heavy. My mom used to call us she used to call herself tomato on a stick. Anyway, and did you see that? I just did that and it kind of came loose here. So once again, I will give my measurements. If you are a little smaller in the chest, might work better. But okay, so this is what it looks like tucked in. Not sure what I think about this. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So yeah, I just don't like my stuff tucked in. I like it much better tucked out, but that's just my own personal preference. Some people be like, no, tuck it in, it looks better. But anyway, all right, let's move on to the next thing. This black button-down shirt. Let's see, what'd you say, love-hate relationship? I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, black is so much more slimming than a white blue, than a white blue striped. However, stripes are supposed to be slimming. The color wasn't great on me. I'm not sure about the color of this on myself. It does wash me out a little bit, but black always looks better than a coffee brown on me. And the sleeves on this one, yes, they are long, but they're definitely not as long as the last one. They stop right there, so that's not bad. I can live with that. That's much better for the length on the sleeves for someone who's short. If you are tall and have long arms, that might not work for you. However, for a plus size petite, it's not bad at all. So I would wear this with the sleeves down. Now, it's a little shorter than I'd like. The fit, once again, is not quite right. I'm not even sure it's long enough to tuck in. Let's try it here. It might be, but it's kind of awkward to tuck in too because the material is thicker. It's one of those like faux velvet shirts. The feel is actually very smooth. I'm loving the feel. It's very comforting. But I guess you can tuck it in. It just kind of sits weird because the length is not very long, so it kind of bunches right around the top here, around the waist, which I don't like that much. But I think overall I like it a little bit better than the blue and white one. If I were to grade all the shirts I've been trying on, the sweaters would get an A. The blue and white one would get a C. This one would probably get maybe a C plus or a B minus. This one's not bad. And I'll wear this one out. Let's move on to the next one. Before we do that though, the underarm, it's not as loose here as it was with this one. So that's also a plus, which is why it's probably getting a B- rather than a C, because it's not too loose here. So for a plus size petite, this is not bad. I'll take it. Next, unfortunately, this shirt is a kind of a no for me. It feels tight. Now, does it look bad? I don't know. I guess you guys mention something in the comments if you say no, definitely too tight. I'd like to know. But the rest of it is fine. Waist is fine. Chest is fine. Even like underneath the armpits, it's not too loose. It's not too tight there. It's just too tight in the sleeves for me. And that is not uncommon for me. If you are very big, upper armed, like if you're an inverted triangle, or if you are a flamboyant natural in the kibby system, then this probably won't work for you because the sleeves are too tight. And I am not a flamboyant natural in the cases, so I don't know what I am. But this is too tight for me, so in the sleeves. The rest of it works fine, and I like the feel of it. It's not as soft though. It's supposed to be that same faux velvet that this other black shirt was. This shirt is not as soft. I would definitely go with this one before I bought this one again. So I give this one probably, based solely on the tightness of the sleeves, I'm gonna give it a D. Everything else is great. The rest of it, I would give it a B. So if you do not have as thick upper arms as I do, this would probably work for you. I've tried on the black culotte. Call them what you want, pedal pushers or whatever. I don't know what you call them these days, but it's a little tight on me. Are they breathable? Yes. It is an elastic waist. So I like things very loose. I don't like things snug right on, and this is a little too snug. On top of that, it's too long. Let me see if I can get a shot of that. You can see they're way too long, and without hemming them, I would step on them and trip on them. So this does not get a pass for me. I don't know if I'll be wearing this. Not because they're too long. I'm used to hemming stuff if I don't buy them in size petite. However, the tightness around the waist is not okay for me. And this is a 2XL, which is actually from Temu. I order everything in 2X. Still am an extra large in other stores like Walmart and Old Navy and other stores. I'm just an extra large, but from Temu, I usually have to order a 2X, and this still is uncomfortable for me. So if you have the same size of waist as I do, it's going to be snug and tight and not comfortable. This skirt, it fits just fine. The length is not too long. It goes just to the ankle. So, I mean, that's fine. I like my skirts long. It's a little bit more pleated than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more A-frame, but it's a little bit more pleated here. The downside to this one is it's no surprise because it's Temu, but it's cheaply made. It feels and looks much more cheaply made than all of the other stuff I tried on. Like the sweaters look of good quality. That black faux shirt looked pretty decent quality. This just, you can tell it's very cheaply made. The thread on the inside of the seam is not quite sewn together, and it'll probably come out soon after a couple of washings, is by the way it looks. Comfortable, I will wear it. I'll wear it out. Definitely you're gonna want to slip underneath it. Overall, I mean, the fit of it's fine. It's not too tight. The fit, I'll give it an A. Quality, I'll give it a D. Thumbs down. And the other thing against it is it doesn't have pockets. Makers, fashion designers for women, put pockets in everything. Pockets in sweatshirts, pockets in pants, pockets in skirts. We like pockets. And if we're worried about it, like the pockets sticking out to the side to make our hips look too bigger, put the pockets in the front, like make them flat in the front or something, but give us pockets. Put pockets on the back, something. Like, we need pockets. We want pockets, people. Anyway, this skirt does not have pockets. That is the downside to this skirt, and the fact that it is cheaply made. But other than that, the fit, I would give it an A for the fit. But I will try on these slips. Hopefully you can see the length of where these slips go. Mid-calf, kind of, I would say. Mid-calf. Fit is great. I like them. I will wear them. So will the slips work with that skirt I just bought? Yes. Yes, they will. They're just perfect, actually. So I gave the skirt the slips. I'll give them an A. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. And until next time, feed the pollinators for me.